Welcome back. Ashley Metzger is with the Desert Water Agency. This week we're talking about fire hydrant thefts and how you can protect yourself, in fact, from water thieves. You don't really think about fire hydrants when you think of water theft, but I guess it actually could be a big source of water theft.
Yeah, so typically the way that we hear about water theft most often is either theft from a hydrant by a larger user. Sometimes you'll see a construction truck or something like that. Or theft by maybe a neighbor connecting their hose to your spigot and then watering their property with your water. But it's not something we hear about all the time, but we have heard a few instances lately and wanted to remind people that there are a few things you can do not only to protect yourself, but also to help the community if someone is out there using water inappropriately.
You actually brought some photos
I did.
that you were going to show us of examples of water
Sure.
theft.
So this is a photo of someone that was actually caught wasting water, stealing water from that hydrant. You see they connect the hose directly to the hydrant itself. So that is something that is absolutely not allowed. If you ever see anyone doing that that is not water district personnel, that's definitely something you can either call any of the water agencies about or the police department if it's after hours.
Now, is there a way to have a legitimate water hookup to a fire hydrant? Because I know that sometimes construction projects will use fire hydrants.
That all the time. So we have a way here, and it's important because not only is the meter there so that the water is counted, but that other piece that you see is a backflow preventer. And what that does is it makes sure that nothing, no contaminants or anything get back into our water system.
Yeah.
So it's really important because thieves are not only getting away with the water, but they could potentially contaminate parts of our system.
How interesting. So which one is the backflow preventer? Well, I guess we'll go on,
and that's a backflow
are
preventer.
Right there, yeah.
And sometimes people steal those as well, but that's typically more for the value of the metal.
Yeah. And we've done stories on these as well over the past couple of years. In fact, as metal prices have gone up, people go and they'll literally just cut the whole thing and then there's water flowing.
Yes, sometimes they'll be courteous and turn the water off, and then other times they'll just leave water flowing all over the place. And you know, a lot of folks are now, businesses that are required to have those backflow prevention devices are putting cages around them to try and stop the thieves.
Yeah.
And that's a great way to go, but just contact us first because the water agencies need to get in there to maintain those devices and make sure they're continuing to protect our system.
Good information there. And it's like a $1,400 bill, I guess, every time somebody steals one of those things. So it's very costly.
It does. It costs the agency about $1,400 in labor and materials.
Wow.
And we're not-for-profit government agencies. So that means the community is stuck with that bill.
Okay. Well, Ashley, we appreciate you being here with us. And if you have any other questions, you can always check out your website. What's that address again?
DWA.org.
Easy enough. Thanks so much for being here with us today. Top stories coming up next. You're watching the Desert's News Leader. Stay tuned.